Yeah, y'all meet Kelly Burke. China said Matthew Moulton was vigorously opposed for election, yet won. That's democracy. And I can't speak for Baldwin, but Houston County, the sheriff had zero to do with the case once they were arrested. When I was Houston County DA, the sheriff never told me what to do with the case, nor did I tell him how to run his office. Well, first of all, this case I'm talking about, Moulton was a sergeant. He wasn't the sheriff. Okay. And you mean to tell me Colin Towton didn't run that place? Let me show you. See, I don't make accusations. I come with receipt. This is Moulton, who actually was supposed to resign or take a leave of absence during this election. But as you can see, they changed the rules. And look what he said. So the sheriff establishes policy, and he can waive policy, he can amend policy, he can change them, he can delete them, he can add to it, he can do anything that he chooses to do with this policy, and we work at his pleasure. So we follow his policy. Moulton. That's what Moulton said. These are not my words. These are his words. You said you was the Houston County DA. Was you around when Will Kilmer made this statement? We said he was concerned. It's only concern to me because it's always been enforced. They've been running it. And there's the kicker. When Colin Towton was with the sheriff, it was not allowed for any sheriff to run for sheriff and still be at work. They had to take a leave of absence. Now, mind you, I'll think about this for a minute. You're the sheriff, and one of your deputies wanted to run for sheriff. Okay, you got to take a leave of absence, and you can't get paid. You can't use your influence as a sheriff when you're trying to run against me because I've been here for 53 years. So you take a leave of absence. Now, when it was time to bring his boy up, when it's time to bring the guy who was a sergeant 18 months prior to this, and you tell me there's a democracy, he skipped over Billy Rape. Billy Rape, who's been there since 1973, as long as Towton. So you mean to tell me Billy Rape he was the intern sheriff? So all of a sudden Moulton just, come on, man. You piss on my head and call it rain. I'm from Central Georgia. I see you from Knoxville, Tennessee. I know you've been in Georgia for a while, but hey, I'm gonna tell you something, bro. I know how this shit works. And this right here tell you, Will Kimmer said it. He said the sheriff's policy and this sheriff wants to change the policy. Suppose he has the legal authority to do it. It's just the citizen of Houston County, also the candidate and the district attorney. It is a strange situation when the policy has never been waived before for other candidates, and now all of a sudden it is. This is from, Will Kendall? You said you was a House of DA, Kelly Burke. You know Will Kendall? Did you have the same, reserve as he did? You know what I mean? Let me ask you something else. Since you're a DA, since you're in the comments, since you want to be a part of this, let's get your opinion about it. How did they drop the charges against his wife? Because of venue? You see it right there? Because of insufficient evidence and the crime occurred in Bibb County. But they convicted Deck a year earlier than this. How didn't they have venue on the same warrant numbers,